Hello guys, welcome to today's tutorial. So in today's video we are going to be learning how to cut this flay gown with flay sleeve. So if it's something you are interested in, please keep on watching. So without further ado, let's jump right into the main video. So I've already gone ahead to fold my fabric. So my fabric is folded into 4. So go ahead and fold your fabric in a bias form into 4 because we are cutting both the back and the front at the same time. I'm sure you know how to fold the fabric in a bias form, so just go ahead and do that into 4. So I'll look for where it will accommodate my shoulder measurements, and then I'm going to mark a line there. I'm going to make a straight line there, and then I'll add ½ inch for allowance. Okay, then I'll rule the line. So this is where all of our measurements will be taken from. Look for where it will accommodate your shoulder measurement and make a line there. So from this line here, I'm going to come down by 1.5 inch for my neck depth, and this is for the back. Okay, and then I'm going to mark 3 inches for the neck width, and I'm going to connect the 2 points together with my curve rule, and then I'm going to place my tape and mark my shoulder measurements there. Divided by 2 is 7.5. On that point, I'm going to come down by 1 inch, and this is for our shoulder slant. You know our shoulders are not straight, and I'm going to connect that into the neck like so. So after connecting it on that shoulder slant, I'm going to come down to mark my arm length. How to get your arm length? You divide your bust by 6, then you add 1.5 inch to it. That is how to get your arm length. Then I'll connect the line up to that point. Then I'll rule it across as well. So this is now our chest line. Okay, so I'll place my tape up here, and then I'll come down to mark my bust point, which is 10. I'm going to rule that across as well. So I'm going to divide my bust by 4 and mark it on the chest line, and then I'll add 2 inches for allowance. I'll come to this arm length line. I will divide it into 2 equal halves. I'll mark it there, and then on that point I'll go in by ½ inch. I'll go in by ½ inch. Then I'll connect the 2 points together like with my curve rule, like so. So this is my arm hole, and then what I have on the chest line, I'm going to mark it on the bust point as well. Whatever I have on the chest line, I'll mark it. Then I'll come up like this and take the full length of my gown. So I'm marking 37 for the full length of the gown. I actually want the gown to be 35 after sewing, but I added 2 inches for sewing allowance, so I'm marking 37 all round. I actually want the gown to be short, so I'll go ahead and mark the 37 all round, and I'm going to connect it. I'm going to connect all the dots together like so, and I'm going to take it from up here all the way down to the hem line as well. So this is basically it for the cutting of flay gown. We've done this severally on this channel, how to cut flay, and this is one of the tutorials. So it's a very simple tutorial actually. So I'll come up here to mark the front neck. So I'm going to come down by 3 inches for the front. I'll come down by 3 inches, and I'm going to connect that into the neck width with my rule, where I'm using the same neck width for both the front and the back. So I'll go ahead and cut it out. Please, when cutting it, I'll make sure to cut the back neck first. Don't cut the front yet, cut the back neck first. You know the back neck is higher than the front, so you just cut it out first before you cut the back. Just watch what I'm doing, just follow what I'm doing. So after cutting it out this way, I'm going to remove the back piece from the front. So you just go ahead and remove the inner one, and then I'll arrange the front piece back, arrange it properly. I'll arrange it back, then I'll go ahead and cut the front neck. So after cutting the neck out, you know the front has some sort of slit, so I'm going to come down by 3 inches. I'll come down by 3 inches for the slit, and then I'll go ahead and cut it from that point. Please, when cutting, make sure to cut it very small. Don't cut it too wide, if not the slit will be too open. So when you open it up, this is how it's going to look. This is how it's going to look like. So I'll go ahead and cut the facing for the both back and front. I'm sorry, while cutting the facing, my camera stopped recording, so I couldn't record that part. So I'll go ahead and create the slit I have on the front neck on the facing as well. You come down by 3 inches on the facing and cut it out like the way you did on the actual fabric. So this is the facing for both the back and the neck. So you place them right side to right side and then sew and then turn it. So let me just demonstrate it on the front pattern or front piece. You place your facing right side to right side. You place them right side to right side. Then you sew along the neck. You sew it all the way like so. Then after sewing it, you turn it to the wrong side and then iron it. Before we get into sewing, we are going to cut our sleeve out so that we can do that at once. So how to get the width of your sleeve? Whatever you have as your arm round measurement, you divide it into 2. You know the fabric is unfold, divide it into 2, and then you add 2 inches for sewing allowance. So from this point, I'm going to come down by 3 inches this way, and I'm going to connect it in a slant form to that 3 inches I came down like so. This is how to go about cutting your sleeve. There is nothing there, no measurement or anything. So I'm going to take the measurement I want for this sleeve all around. So I'm marking 26 inches as my sleeve length. So I'm going to mark it all around and then connect it like so. So this is basically it for the cutting of the sleeve. Then I'll go ahead and cut it. Is a circle sleeve. So you just get the length and then your arm round measurement, and then you add 2 inches for sewing allowance, and that is it. So I'll just go ahead and cut it out. You know, this is just for one hand. The material is only folded into 2, not 4. So I'm going to use this to cut another hand. So this is basically it for it. I'll just go ahead and shaping it again to make it look more fine. So you can just go ahead and shaping it like so. So this is it. I'm going to use this to cut another hand. So I've already gone ahead to turn my neck with my facing. So this is it, and I've ironed it out. I'm going to use my gum stay to hold it down later. So this is it. What we are going to do now is to join the shoulder, the front and the back together. So you place them right side to right side. You place the both shoulders together like this. Then you take your front facing and turn them together this way. I don't know the best way to explain it, but it's just the normal way you turn your normal shoulders with your lining. Then I'll go ahead and sew it. So I've already gone ahead to join both the shoulders together. I always love to attach my sleeve to the bodies before joining the sides together. So you take your sleeve this way, you notch the center of your sleeve, and then place it on the bodies like so. Place the notch on the center of the hand, and then you sew down, and you do the same thing. I've already gone ahead to do that. I've joined the both sleeves together. So what I'm going to do now is to sew the side. So you arrange it properly this way, and I'm going to run a stitch on it all the way down. I'll do the same things to the side of the cloth. I'll sew the side, then I'll turn the down everything together. So I've already gone ahead to do that. I've joined the sides together, I've turned the hem. So this is the result. So guys, this is it. I hope you find this video helpful. If you have any question, if you're not clear about anything, make sure to drop your comments. I will read and reply to all your comments. Thank you for staying tuned. Make sure to subscribe and like and share. Thank you. See you in my next video. Bye.